Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, I look at my videos and it is definitely a disco. The way the light comes in and out and flashes back and forth and do all kind of stuff. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you this morning. Yeah, yesterday I started looking at this 600-pound life on YouTube. And then something happened and I lost it. So it took me two 600-pound lives to find the one 600-pound life that I lost. And know that memory and history and all that kind of stuff. No, that doesn't always work. So by the time I find the one I wanted to look at, as I'm finishing up, I was saying to myself, you search this to find it for what reason? So then I said, you know what? I want something more uppity, funny, makes me laugh, makes me feel good. So I put on my morning video. And I see how the light comes back and forth, but I'm not a videographer. The phone is correcting itself. But I was pretty funny yesterday. Oh, ooh, child. I have to go lip gloss on. These so dry lips when you're walking. Now, this morning exercise had a little trouble getting me going. I always knows the insulting words to say to get me on this treadmill. Yeah. When exercise goes knock, 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 and you don't jump up, in my head it starts saying insulting things to me. And then I get moving. Oh, it's Friday. Okay, here's the good thing. If you have been, first I'm in my daughter's basement on a treadmill that she built me. There's new people. Because it came upon me this Black History Month. It said tag your friends. It's not like you're asking them to go to the gym and then they say, yeah, I'll go, and you go there and they're not there. Or they say, oh, I'll go, you just come and pick me up. And you go and pick them up and they got to do everything, so much so that by the time you finish with them, you don't even want to go to the gym yourself. Just tag them. Just tag them. And if they want to exercise with you, good. And if they don't, remember to squeeze your gut. Whew. All right. And if they don't, then you know what? So, I started tagging. And I started yesterday. But if you don't want me to tag you, let me know in the comments. And it was just like, I guess in my head as I'm tagging people, I be like, yeah. I go through all my friends and I was like, yeah, I wish we'd all work out and be good and healthy. And we live for a long time. That'd be so wonderful. And then, the other part of me said, ooh, Joe, don't be tagging them people be telling you off. You can hurt your own feelings. You ain't got to search for nobody to do it. Exercise, do it every time I don't open that door. Whew. Ooh, look at my girl. Okay, so we got good news today. And I was looking in the video, right? And I think I'm squeezing my arms. Ooh. Oh, man. Crappy-oly. I'm creating friction. Since I was little, I can walk like this far from a person, and you would see a little spark shoot out. I used to go to doors like that. My mother said, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? But I used to get a shock. And if it was a metal door, I was like, oh my God. All my life. And I spray fabric softener, cling free. I start with the static free stuff, this aerosol and stuff. But I spray fabric softener. I make up my own concoction, and I put the dryer sheets, stuff them, and still, poor little Dane when she was small, she used to jump, and I said, "Oh my God, I'm sorry, we don't got no carpet or nothing. I don't know." And at night, though I spray, I sleep on fabric sheets. Whoo! Turn them lights out, and when I move the cover, do something. What the hey? I don't know where it is. Whew. It makes you go around touching stuff like that. I used to do this. People say, "What's wrong with you? Just open the door." I was like, "It ain't that simple for me. I gotta check and see if I'm a sit on spot." But that's the way it's always been for me. Okay. Oh, tagging. Oh no, it's about my arms. Yeah. I don't think I'm getting that swing. Maybe I'm supposed to purposely. Okay. It's a metal part here that I had touched and set off sparks. But now I can touch it. Okay, let's see. So I don't think I was swinging my arms a lot. You know, like, because maybe the arm swinging will help with the balance. You know? So yeah, I'm like, okay, every morning, since I just started yesterday, so this morning, woke up and so said, "Well, put so-and-so's name in." I was like, "Oh, they're gonna get pissed. So put so-and-so's name on." I was like, "Ugh." So say, remember to say, "Just let me know in the comments, and I will not tag you." Yeah. I've lost a lot of friends to Trump. Or should I say Trump exposed a lot of friends? Good morning. Hey. Yeah, I just want my friends to be healthy like me. And going through the list, there was one person, and I kind of knew that once they put Trump up for running, and she said to me, "I voted for him," I kind of knew our friendship was over. So, and it is. But it was fun, you know? But it's over. Anyway, I just noticed that this morning because I said, "Oh, you know what? Oh." And I was like, "Oh, well, she's Republican." So I said, no. Don't be like that." And then I looked, and she had unfriended me. So I wasn't like that. She's a Republican, and that's what they do. Like a mask. So anyway, it comes to me, I was like, you know what? I want my friends to be alive after this pandemic. I want us all to be alive. You know, I want us all to be healthy. You know, I want to say, I know I haven't seen you. We've been Facebook friends, you know. But, you know, real life, like jumping in the car and going to see you. I haven't been doing that in March it'll be a year for me. So, I want you alive when this virus is under control, because it's just going to be another one, right? It's a virus. And, excuse me. And then we can see each other, and we can get to appreciate the things that we've only learned to appreciate. Look, I'm holding on. This is my balance. See how I'm walking back and forth? Even holding my gut. You see how I'm walking? But when I hold on, this is steady. This is straight and steady. And this is me. I've never been old before. So maybe this is old. I'm alright with it because I am old. I'm just doing it with old people like me too. I'm walking like old people like me walk. So I just want us to be healthy. Haven't seen the kids in a year. Let's stay healthy. So when this is behind us, we can. So here's the good news. This is what I did this week. Because when I come on for a half hour, you can walk back and forth to the wall, up and down the hall. Dr. Now says you can do this, with your weights or your arms. You kick your legs. And, when I walk. So this week, this Friday, I worked out 2.5 hours. Saturday will be 3 hours. Now, back in my gym days, back in my real hard gym days, I could do 3 hours in a day easily. Easily. The gym is a place I can walk in, the sun is shining, and walk out in the dark. People, when I was younger, that's what they used to like to do in the bars. They like to come in the daytime and walk out in the dark. And, I was a baby sister, so I was trying to fit in with my bigger sisters. But I'm going to tell you something. That never did it for me. But peer pressure. What are you going to do? Family pressure. Sometimes you have to work to fit into your family, too. Oof, too much work for me, John. Oof, that's a lot of work. I think at a certain age, the fitting in thing, you're the foundation. People got to fit around you. You're the foundation. You're the history. You ain't fitting in. People got to fit around you. Wow. So yeah, 2.5 hours. Congratulations. To me, I'll get more excited tomorrow. And I want to talk about, this is goals. I'm proud of myself because I set goals. When they say set attainable goals. This is an attainable goal for me every day. And you say, oh, Vicky, she tagged me in this. It's great, it's great. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. That's another thing about muscle memory. I've been doing it now. All I need to do is for a month, and I know I'm hooked. I know. That's my muscle memory. At 5 o'clock, my eyes are going to wake up, and my body's going to wake up. And I'm going to go through the motions. Oh, let me tell you the story. So you know I'm in a true crime. And there was this episode where the husband and wife, they were attacked, savagely beaten, and the husband was hit on top of the head with an axe. Now they could tell from the blood spatter and stuff like that, the man still woke up, muscle memory, in the morning, went to the bathroom because they have him dripping over the sink, looking in the mirror like he would do to go shaving. Have him going outside, downstairs, out to the door. I mean, he went to the bathroom, everything. Muscle memory. Got the newspaper, came back in, sat down at the table, and died. His morning routine was so ingrained in his every fiber of being that even that axe through his skull didn't stop the memory of the body. Woo-hoo. Water break time. Yes. How fast is that? How fast is that? Here we go. I like to say yes. Keep the word yes in your child's vocabulary by reading I like to say yes to your child. I like to say yes has brightly colored pages with boldly colored dressed children running, jumping, and playing. You can say, what color is the car, honey? Red car? What color is this? Green? Yes. Y-E-S. But not only the colors and stuff are important for kids, but teaching yes. Yes, mommy. Yes, daddy. Yes, Miss School Teacher. Yes, Miss Babysitter. It makes the child's life easier. So you can order I like to say yes through Archway, which I get the lion's share, Amazon, and Barnes & Noble. Okay, let's get some water. Alright, here we go. I think I'm power walking Friday. I think I'm power walking. I really don't feel like running. Now move fast. Sure. Yeah, I move faster, but I don't know. Maybe I have the TGIF. I got the TGIF. You know, I'm allowed. You know, I'm just gonna move my do like this with my arms. Yeah, I'm a little bummed that I lost my. We weren't really that tight, but what can I tell you? She took advantage of her privileges. She had a friend who was in jail, and she applied for his unemployment checks for a year. She cashed it and took it up to the prison and gave it to him. Every time she would tell me, I would be mortified. What? You're not him? This is the state. And she would look at me like, no, that only applies to black people. I was like, and we would laugh. Because she was right. They got my ass. She did it for a whole year. The damn man is dead now. And they never got him. So, I knew she was a Republican. So when Trump came in, I knew. So, you know, that's one of those ones you had, when we get old and we're going to die, but and it's never going to happen. because she wants a man in office who says white privilege. She wants a man in office that says white privilege. That says, hey, ha! Black code law, you black people. You voted me out, I'll make sure you never vote again. But she's perfectly okay with that. Yeah. I don't mean to talk politics, but it's just that someone said tag, and her name came up in my tagging, and I realized that she's not there. So, probably see her trying to climb the walls of the U.S. Capitol during the impeachment. She'll be one of them shot down out in the street. What a bummer, right? That's the first time in my life that politics has interfered in my life to this extent. That people will vote someone in the office on a ticket that I will take away every right of an African American and any minority. And they say yes, but that's by design. Before Emancipation Proclamation, there was a huge, America wanted them. But I see the immigrant stories from Europe and stuff like that, and they say how they got here and it was so hard and stuff like that. But no. They wanted you here by the boatloads to populate the United States. You could get free land. Once you got to the Midwest, they was giving you free land. After Emancipation Proclamation, we got no free land. We still had to pay. It reminds me of the British Library. I lived in the town of Greenwich. And I produced this AIDS awareness play. And looking for space while living in Greenwich. What the heck? Greenwich Library is there. So, this is going back to 97. And space for a rehearsal. I had to wait for what they gave it to me, but I had to pay. Use the auditorium for the play. Yep, but I had to pay. So I paid. So now, 10 years go by. Or more, 97, 2000 something. Yeah, a little over 10 years go by. And I'm producing a show to teach kids the basics of chess and apply the chess practices to everyday life. So, go back to the library. And I paid for the rehearsal time. But they wouldn't give me 2 rehearsal times. They only gave me 1. I know the deal. Huh? So then, maybe 3 years after that, someone from the library is helping me edit and working on the show. And I said, you know what? I need to get some space to do this video and to fill these spaces in our editing. I said, but I don't have enough money to rent the library. She looks at me and she says, what are you talking about? Money to rent the library. You live in town, don't you? I said, yeah. She says, you don't pay anything. I said, no. I've always paid. She said, what address did you use? I said, the address was the town of British where I lived. She said, Vicki, the use of library is free for residents. I said, now I know you work at this library. But, no. She said, yes it is. So, she said, yes it is. Call the lady. Talk to the call the lady. And sadly, it was the same lady from years ago. And she says, I don't know who told you that. What to use the library is not free. So I went back to my friend. And she was nasty, honey. She was like, you know, in-word please. How you call me back talk about free stuff? You ain't got your check yet? So then I went to my friend and I said, it's not free. And she said, it is free. And I said, it's not free. And she said, send me the old applications and everything and the communications that you had with her. And I gave it to her. And she took it to the director. And the director said, no, it's free for residents. Why is she telling you this? Long story short, I hope she had a good time at her retirement party. But that had nothing to do with me. I didn't know it was free. She made me pay. I thought everybody paid. I didn't know I was paying because I'm African American. So they got me for about $375. That's racism. And for someone to want to vote for someone who wants that kind of business dealings and that kind of dealing with minorities and people like that, was she ever really a friend? Or was I a matching accessory? Yeah, I think that Trump, as far as race relations is concerned, I think he exposed a lot of flavor of the month. Well, okay, it's fashionable to have colored people this month as friends. No, it's not fashionable. And on the other side, we don't work like that. No matter what race you are, if you are a friend, you are a friend. Ride or die, baby. Ride or die. I don't care. Listen, I used to take the mentally challenged out. Oh, TGIF! TGIF! I'm just walking, y'all. Today's just a walking day for me. I used to take the mentally challenged out into the community. That's my community integration. After they closed the mental hospitals and put them in group homes and started integrating the mentally challenged into the community. And I was one of the, for GARC, one of the counselors that would take them out into the community. We went to restaurants, drooling, spitting, banging on the table. We paid. We paid. So it would be funny that when the racists would come over, they didn't know to be angry at me for being black or angry at them for being mentally challenged because they were the same color. So sometimes they just decided to be rude to the both of us. At which time I would say to the participant in our recreational program, like if we went out to dinner or whatever, I would say, when she left, they said, she didn't listen to me, Vicki. And I would call her back over and I said, you know, tell her again what you said, because we're paying, not playing. She works here. She don't want us to call the manager. And then they start saying, manager, Vicky? Manager? I said, manager. So, of course, the racist went away. What did you say you wanted, honey? And they said, what up? She said, what? And they said, I want to go. And I would look at her. Because I was saying I'd call that manager over and make a scene in here and shut this bitch down. And he said, well, and finally she figured out he wanted a Coke. Now do your job and get it. So that's how we went everywhere. Yankee Stadium, wherever we went. They went to the front. You know, we go to the concession stand and they'd be busy. They'd be trying to look over them. And I said, Tim, did you put your order in? No, Vicky. And I see that everybody, they doing everything else and they ignoring him. And I said, okay, in a minute, just ask for a manager. He said, ask for a manager, Vicky? Bam. Can I help you, sir? I was like, don't play with these bitches. That's how me and the mentally challenged went out for 2 years. We ain't play. We paying. Show some respect. You take the money. I used to tell them that too. I said, listen, we paying, not playing, and they'll take our money because it's green. And they got to the point. I said, don't tell this about Vicky, son. I said, don't tip them. Don't tip them, Vicky? No, don't give them nothing. Then they come back. Oh, you want pepper? Is that enough napkins? So, I'm kind of glad I'm quarantined. To go outside and fight racism is tiring. Fighting racism is tiring. So, yes. Whew. Yes, indeed do. We did it. A short walk. I don't know. I was feeling some kind of way. It could have been the fact that I did 10 minutes on the bicycle this morning before I came down to walk. And the fact that I got these water bottles that I've been doing with this. And I did that this morning. So when I came down here, I don't want to use the sexual term, but it was like I was kind of spent. I love you up and down, in and out, back and forth. Like I said, if you don't want to be tagged for a morning walk or exercise or whatever you do, let me know. And if not, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a great TGIF. Love you madly.